Did you watch Saturday Night Seder this week? I did, and I thought it was a fantastic way for us to get to enjoy the story of Passover while also participating in a great fundraiser with our favorite celebrities and actors and comedians and singers and rabbis talking about what Passover means to them. And you know what I was actually doing the whole time, especially since I was working on this video? I was judging them for their backgrounds. My name is Maya Dolgan. I'm the founder of Braver Me, and welcome to episode 2 of the Stage to Screen series. Last week, we talked about facial expressions, so you can go ahead and watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. And this week, we'll be talking about how to make your set work for you. Why does it matter at all to have a set that's set up in a specific way? We're used to presenting in our offices or going to someone else's office or being on a stage. And in those contexts, it's assumed that we are all professionals. But at home, in the last month, while we've all been getting used to this new reality, we're improvising in our either home offices or in our homes, trying to find the best space in our apartments or in our homes to film something that's going to look as professional as possible. So going from having a great presentation, but you're sitting at your kitchen counter, to sitting in a space that matches the impression that you're trying to get across can make all that difference. For example, yesterday I signed in to watch the AJC Celebrity Story Time. I signed in the middle, so I missed the beginning with the introductions, but Joshua Malina, who I love from West Wing and is also on Scandal, he was in his bedroom. And I was like, why is Josh Malina filming this from his bedroom? And then I remembered he was doing Celebrity Story Time and he was reading kids' books. And so it actually made a lot of sense that he was in his bedroom, and it was a really nice touch. So good job, Josh Malina, for that. That's a great example. I'm set up here in my office because I want to be getting across this professional mode. And so whatever your purpose is, set up in a space accordingly. Today we'll be talking about 4 things that are related to setting up your background to get across the impression that you want. Number 1, our lighting. Number 2, the height of our camera. Number 3, little details in the background. And at the end, I have some things to say about virtual backgrounds, so stick around for that. Number 1, our lighting. We want to have as natural lighting as possible. I'm set up in front of a window, so I really have all this natural sunlight on me. If you can't do that, then you want to have lamps set up that are behind your camera and not behind you. If you have light coming from behind you or just from the ceiling on top of you, it will cast weird shadows and it won't be very flattering and it will distance you from your audience. If you wear glasses and you notice that weird glare, then that actually comes from light coming from your computer being stronger than other light coming from behind. So you'll want to have some kind of a lamp set up behind. The other night I was watching some kind of a webinar and I was wearing my glasses, and all I needed to do was flick on a lamp that's next to me and the glare went away. So pay attention to that if you're a glasses wearer. So that's number 1, lighting. Number 2, the height of our cameras. I'm set up with my laptop on a ledge here. You can also do it on a stack of books, but you want the camera to be at eye height and you want to keep away those unflattering angles if your camera is set up from below you and looking up at you. So make sure that you play around with it and find the height that feels comfortable for you, also that you can be sitting comfortably. If you're sitting in front of your laptop like this, or if you're sitting with something that's too high up, then look for something that feels natural and comfortable for you. Number 3, little details in the background. I have a plant behind me this week. I'm experimenting. Last week I had a lamp on behind me, so you can comment and let me know whether or not you like the plant, whether or not you like the lamp, or whether or not you think I should put something else behind me instead. Plants and lamps are really good for setting up a little bit of life and a little bit of homey feeling. If you have a product or you have a book that you've written or whatever, then you can set that up also in some strategic place so that you can be showing that off to your audience as well. And number 4, virtual backgrounds. Do not use virtual backgrounds if you haven't figured it out. You don't want something that's jumpy. You definitely don't want something that's distracting. I have spent the last week walking around my apartment trying to find the right place to set up. And I decided it's not the right thing for me right now. I set it up against this white wall, obviously with my hair being the same color as the stuff behind me. This space does not work at all. I become under the sea completely, everything except for my face, basically. And if you can't find something that feels like the right match for you, then just don't do it. Maybe the technology will keep getting better. And if you've already seen anything good and you want to comment below and let us know I've heard that Snapchat has some stuff. I've seen great backgrounds on Canva. I know that interior designers and other people are putting stuff out there already. So that's great that people are trying, and hopefully it'll just get better. So far, I don't think it's good enough. So number 1, we talked about lighting. Number 2, the height of your camera. Number 3, the details in the background. Number 4, virtual backgrounds. And I want you to comment below and let me know what's your favorite thing in your background, or something that you're going to change in your background to match your professional image. You can follow Brave for Me on Facebook and on LinkedIn. And I want everyone to stay safe. And if you're celebrating, happy end of Passover.